I'm going to absolutely gush about this book. I'm Michelle, this is my romantic tangle, and I have been waiting forever to do a video and tell you all about Stitched Memories, telling a story through cloth and thread by Tillie Rose. I got this from the library and I read it cover to cover, but it has been about 6 months since then, so I'm not going to remember all of the details, but I can tell you enough that I think I can convince you that this book is fabulous. Or whether or not you are into the sort of stuff that will make you think this book is fabulous, I am just drooling and falling in love all over again now that I picked it up this afternoon to record this. It is the kind of book that is like taking a class. It is not just a bunch of basic, simple projects, although I love books like that. There is so much inspiration and eye candy in here. And it's like she crossed needlework and junk journals and sewing and patchwork and all of the fabulousness. So I'm going to start with the projects, which are closer to the back of the book. There's a needle case. There are a couple of different journals. There is a stitch sampler cloth book, which is one of the things that I want to tackle because look at this. I've known for a while now that I want to try junk journaling, but if I can combine junk journaling and fabric, I am so in. And then she also has a stitch bobbin. So this, picture a scroll stitch journal wrapped on one of those old wooden bobbins, and I have some of those up in my sewing room. I have a lot of those up in my sewing room. I want to do this. I'm going to do this. I don't know when I'm going to do this, especially given the current state of everything, but it is on my list, and I am going to do this. There's also a hanging hoop, and I have to admit that I love the sentiment more than I love her interpretation of it. Preserve your memories, keep them well. What you forget, you can never tell. And I have been doing a lot lately of thinking of things that I wish I had asked my grandmother, like whether the chamber pot came from the house in South Dakota. I love that sentiment, and I want to incorporate it into something. Not a hoop just like hers. I like the hoop, but if I'm going to do a project from this book, it is going to be that bobbin or that stitched book. So she has extensive sections on tools and materials and what she likes and why she likes it. It's inspirational and enabling without being lectury. She has so many ideas. It's what you might want to use and why you might want to use that, or what you might want to be careful of and why it is not the teachery, do this and this and this and this because I said so. She talks about how to tea stone cloth, how to fray cloth, how to tear cloth, how to stamp on it, and I think she paints on it. Don't hold me to that. How to make yo-yos, how to do patchwork, how to do English paper piecing. There is so much in here to absorb. And like I said, I read it cover to cover, and it took me quite a while to get through it just because there is so much, and it is good reading. And like I said, it is like taking a class. It is. I have a really soft spot on my sewing room bookshelf for books that are like a class, that you are getting more than just directions for one project. You are getting new techniques and new ways of looking at techniques you already know, and I am excited about this book. I don't know how I set it down for quite so long before making this video, except 2020 was 2020. I think at one point, this is a library book. I have had it since last February because they won't let us return our books. I evacuated it to my mom's house along with all the other library books to keep them away from the wildfires. So this book, and I've been carrying this around and thinking about it, and I really do need to buy myself a copy because I think that it is one that I will look back on in the future and want to circle back to and get different inspiration from than what I picked up 6 months ago and flipping through it this morning. The author has an Instagram feed. She has a website. I will link to those in the description box. So if you're curious after all of my babbling and raving, you can go take a look for yourself. Let me know, have you done anything like this? What were your results? Did you enjoy it? Will you do more of it? If you've got links to your stuff somewhere, I would love to see it because, like I said, I'm giddy. I get giddy a lot, but I'm extra giddy. Thanks for watching. I'm Michelle. This is my romantic tangle, and I'll be back with you with more videos soon.